Elastic Block Storage EBS. Here we are going to see what is elastic block storage and its types, performance metric. Elastic block storage. It is a block level storage service that we can use with the EC2 instance. Why it is called block level storage means here the data are stored in the block, not as a file or objects. So that's why it's called elastic block storage. And it provide the persistent data storage, which means the data are permanently stored if we stop the EC2 instance also, and we can attach or detach the EBS to the instance only if the instance and the EBS is present in the same availability zone, and we can increase the storage size and performance of the EBS also. It support the encryption by using the AWS key management service, and it is integrated with the snapshot for the backup purpose. EBS performance metric. There are two types of EBS performance metric. One is IOPS and another one is throughput. IOPS means input output operation per second. So it is used to measure the number of read and write operation performed per second, and the calculation is based on the blocks number. If the IOPS is high means the data access is very fast, and the IOPS is changed based on the size. If I want to perform the frequent read and write operation means then the IOPS is a better option to choose because it provides the better performance. Throughput. It is used to measure how much data can be transferred per second, and it is calculated in megabyte per second. And if the throughput is high means the data are transferred very fastly, and if I want to do the work one after another in a sequential manner means then throughput gives the better performance. Types of EBS volume. There are two types of EBS volume. Type 1, solid state drive SSD. It is made up of integrated circuit, which means it is made up of chips, and it is a new technology. It is very fast and costly too. It provides the high performance and low latency. Low latency means there is a minimum delay between the data transfer from source to the destination, and it provides the faster data access. In AWS, if we launch the instant means the first hard disk will be a boot volume, and it will be a SSD EBS volume type, because the boot volume is the EBS volume that contain the operating system, so it help to restart the system very quickly. There are two types of SSD, general purpose SSD and provisioned IOPS. In general purpose SSD, there are two types, GP2 and GP3. Both provide the 99.8% to 99.9% durability, and the annual failure rate is also same for GP2 and GP3. Both are used for the transnational workloads and single instance applications, and it also provide a low latency for the application, and it can be used as a boot volume for developing and testing any environment. And we can choose the general purpose SSD GP2 or GP3. The volume size for GP2 is 16 terabyte and GP3 is 64 terabyte. And the maximum IOPS for GP2 is 60,000, but the GP3 provide the 80,000. And the throughput for GP2 is only 250 megabyte per second, and the GP3 provide the 2000 megabyte per second. And the multi-attach EBS volume is not supported in both GP2 and GP3, and boot volume is supported for both SSD volume. And the another type is provisioned IOPS SSD volume. Here there are two types, IO1 and IO2 Block Express. The IO2 Block Express is a newly launched service, The ION provide the same durability of GP2 and GP3, but the IO2 provide the durability of 99.99 percentage only, and the annual failure rate is also very less compared to the other three remaining SSD volume. And the IO1 is used for the intensive database workload, and the IO2 provide very minimum latency, and the volume size of IO1 is 16 terabyte, and the volume size for IO2 is 64 terabyte, and the maximum IOPS for IO1 is 64,000, but IO2 provide 256,000, and the maximum throughput for IO1 is only 1000, but IO2 provide 4000. Here the multi-attached EBS volume is supported, and the boot volume is also supported. Type 2 hard disk drive. It is made up of disk. It is older technology compared to the SSD. So it is slow and cheap compared to the SSD. And if we frequently access the data means, then it give the high throughput for it. And here there are three types of HDD: throughput optimized HDD, cold HDD, and magnetic. The throughput optimized HDD volume is ST1, the cold HDD volume is SC1. Both provide the same durability of GP2 and GP3 IO1. The throughput optimized HDD volume provide the big data usage, which means the data are collected from the different resources and I want to manage it means, then I can choose the ST1. And I want to keep the organized historical data for analysis, and I want to read and analyze the system or application log means, on the time I can use the ST1. And if the datas are not used frequently and I want the lowest storage means, then I can choose SC1. The volume size for both the ST1 and the SC1 is 16 terabyte, and the SC1 provide 250 maximum IOPS, and ST1 provide the 500 IOPS, and the throughput is also same. And the boot volume is also not supported, and the multi-attached EBS volume is not supported for ST1 and SC1. The magnet is a outdated service. Here the volume type is standard. Same if I does not frequently use the data means, then I can choose the magnetic HDD, and the volume size is 1 terabyte only, and the maximum IOPS is 200, and the maximum throughput is 90. Here the boot volume is supported.